A human being typically lives about 80 years. That's roughly 960 months, or over 29,000 days. It might seem like a lot of time, but wait a second. You spend 1/3 of that just sleeping. Now think with me. If you waste just 1 hour a day doing useless things, do you know what happens? You throw away more than 3 years of your life. Now imagine the people who waste way more time than that. How much time are they losing? If you really stop to think about it, it's actually terrifying, but you still have time to fix it. You just need to learn how to deal with the time thieves. Most people don't even know they exist, but they're out there all the time, just waiting for the perfect moment to steal from you. The most incredible thing is that they rob you without needing a single weapon. I'm not exaggerating when I say this. These thieves don't jump over walls. They don't break down doors. They don't smash windows. They don't need to do that because you've been way too nice letting them in of your own free will. But don't worry, they're not after your money. They want something way more valuable, your attention. And the crime is so perfectly executed that you don't even notice you're being robbed. The real question is, who are they? I think you know them very well. They're social media, the greatest time thieves in human history. They were created with a single mission, to keep you inside for as long as possible. And there are many companies investing millions of dollars to study the human brain and figure out the best way to do that. They cracked the code. If they control your attention, they control your world. They control what you think, what you feel, what you buy, and every second you give them, they turn into profit. I know social media might seem harmless, but don't be fooled by appearances. It's extremely dangerous because it was designed to steal your attention. Everything inside it has a purpose, nothing is random. Every detail was studied before it was created. Have you ever noticed how the social media feed never ends? It's like you're on an escalator that has no end. You just keep going up, or rather, endlessly going down. They use the same mechanism as slot machines in casinos, based on the concept of variable reward. You scroll down your feed and come across different posts. Sometimes you see something cool and get a small reward. Sometimes it's something dumb and you get nothing. And sometimes you see something so interesting, it grabs your attention for a few minutes, giving you a big reward. It's an unpredictable pattern that keeps you hooked, because your brain is constantly trying to find the next big reward. Just like a slot machine addict pulling the lever and hoping for a prize. But that reward you get isn't a real prize, it's a feeling of pleasure caused by the release of dopamine, a kind of chemical messenger in your brain. To make it clearer, every time you do something that brings you pleasure, like eating chocolate, sharing an intimate moment with someone, making money, or watching something you enjoy, dopamine is released in your brain. This creates a feeling of reward, and social media knows how to exploit that really well. As a result, you lose track of time, because that feeling of just one more video never ends. And the more you watch, the more the algorithm learns what you like and recommends more of it. Even notifications were designed to steal your attention. Have you ever noticed that moment when you're focused on something and suddenly hear the sound of a notification? You stop everything. You interrupt what you were doing. You grab your phone to check the message. And it's always something vague, ambiguous, triggering your curiosity. You open the app just to take a quick look. But that quick look turns into a few minutes, and when you realize it, hours have passed, all because of a notification. And all of this was premeditated. Notifications are like small explosions of anxiety. They're designed with red colors, symbolizing urgency and danger, with sharp sounds that instantly grab your attention, and vague messages to trigger your curiosity, one of the most powerful mental triggers in the human brain, all of it to hijack your attention. You could be focused, reading, studying, living, but when a notification pops up, your brain stops everything to check it, because it thinks it might be something really important that deserves your attention. And just that is enough to trap you again. And those short videos you keep watching on social media, you think they came to make your life easier because they're quick, light, and easy to consume. But in reality, they work like sugar bullets shot straight into your brain, releasing hits of dopamine. Your brain loves that. Instant rewards with zero effort. It sounds perfect, but for you, it's poison in disguise. Over time, your brain gets conditioned to crave only what's fast, easy, and immediate. You lose patience for things that are deeper, slower, and more important. You become a slave to instant gratification. And before you know it, you can't handle anything that actually requires real focus. All that content you consume isn't even your choice. It's the algorithm. It studies you all the time. It knows how long you spent on each video, what kind of posts you like the most, what time of day you use the app the most, and even if you stopped on a video with a woman in a bikini, a motivational quote, or some controversy. With that information, it builds a custom feed just for you and recommends exactly what you want to see. It's like the app is saying, "You like this? Here, take more." You think you're in control, but it's the algorithm deciding what you see. In the end, you're just a rat in an experiment, and the algorithm is the one pulling the levers. Besides all that, social media has another dirty trick. It makes you forget about your own life while you're busy watching someone else's. You open the app just to check something real quick, and before you know it, 30 minutes have passed watching what someone had for lunch, where someone else went on vacation, or what outfit today's influencer is wearing. You know the artist's dog's name, the blogger's next travel destination, the hot couple's new relationship, but you have no idea where you want to be a year from now. While your face is glued to the screen, consuming every detail of someone else's life, your own life is being left blank. You're watching, not living, consuming, not creating, comparing, not building. And the worst part is that the more you do it, the more you feel like your life isn't good enough. Because on social media, everyone seems happier, richer, better looking, more accomplished. You start to feel frustrated because of the comparisons. But here's the truth. Nobody shows the behind the scenes, only the highlights. You're comparing yourself to an illusion, punishing yourself for not having something that doesn't even really exist. And in the meantime, hours, days, even years go by, all while you're watching lives that aren't yours as your own life passes right in front of you. Everything I just mentioned is only the tip of the iceberg. There's a lot more behind it, and I could go on for hours talking about it, because this topic is much deeper and darker than you think. But if you've made it this far, I think you already understand the size of the problem. But after all, what should you do to fix all of this? Delete social media and live like a caveman. Honestly, that would be one of the best things you could do. But the truth is, most people don't want to and won't give it up. So, what I'm telling you is simple. Learn to control the time you spend on social media. It might sound easy, but it's not. Because the problem isn't just the time, it's what social media has done to your brain. It reprogrammed your mind to chase instant pleasure, escape boredom, and jump from one stimulus to the next like a rat chasing more sugar. You open the app thinking you'll stay just 5 minutes, but before you know it, you've lost hours. The truth is, you lost control a long time ago. Now you need to take it back before it's too late. But to do that, you have to understand that willpower alone won't be enough. You're not going to beat the algorithm by trying to resist it. You need to make some changes to protect your attention like it's gold, because it truly is. The easiest way to do this is to hide your phone when you're doing something important. Keeping your phone out of reach drastically reduces the chances of falling into the trap of checking social media. It's a simple move, but incredibly powerful. Another simple and powerful thing you can do is turn off notifications from apps that aren't urgent. They're the main culprits that pull you back to your phone screen. Turning them off cuts down on unnecessary distractions and prevents you from wasting hours of your day for nothing. You can also set a time limit for each app on your phone. Most smartphones already come with this option in the settings. Just go there, choose the apps that distract you the most, and set a daily time limit. Once you exceed that limit, your phone will block access, and that alone can make you think twice before opening the app again. It's a simple way to take back control of your attention without relying solely on willpower. And you don't have to rely only on the time limit inside the app. You can go beyond that. You can create your own rule. Only use social media at the end of the day, after you've already done everything you needed to do. Think of it as a reward. First, you live real life, handle what truly matters, and then, if there's still time left, then you allow yourself to check social media. That way, it stops controlling you, and you're the one who starts taking charge. This way, you start retraining your brain to return to its natural state, a state where you are in control, not social media. At first it might feel strange, but over time your brain will adapt and start working the way it's supposed to. But make no mistake, this process won't be easy. You need to understand that in this war against the thieves of time, you're going to lose some battles. And that's okay. It's part of the process. What matters is that you keep fighting. What must never happen is giving up. And never forget, you're not weak. You're just facing a system designed to beat you every time. A system that has studied your brain. A system that understands your triggers better than you do. But now you know. Now you are aware. And with awareness comes power. From this point on, you have two choices. Either you keep letting the system steal the most valuable things in your life, your attention, your time, your dreams, or you rise and truly decide to take control of your life. The choice is yours. But don't take too long to decide, because time won't wait for you.